day 8 of making a Meta 125 build. Why did my screen just go fully black? Oh dear heavens. I'm scared. Escape. Windows. Oh, I swear to God if my computer's shitting. Enter Coliseum combat with these settings? Yes. Just let that work its way out. While we're queued up. Okay. What the fuck were you thinking, my G? It was a terrible fight. I had a bad time. Disappointing. Alright, let me see if I can like control delete this. Alright. Hopefully that reduces some of the load on my computer. Did my YouTube thing cancel? Text complete, no she's found. Fuck yeah. So we will schedule it for the Sunday after the 27th, August 3rd. Schedule. So, hello Watson Berry. How's streaming going? It's fun. It's been a very handy tool for the purposes of like what's the word I'm looking for? I guess just for the purposes of like recording my gameplay content so I can post the Watson Berry, you have to understand when you say these compliments, they have to be founded. And I only literally just went live. My streaming vibes are non-existent. Have I hit affiliate status? No, I do not meet the follower requirement. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm not really trying to grow my channel. If my channel grows, then like cool. But otherwise, like I mean, yeah, I'll listen to what you have to say, but it's probably going to be that I need artwork for my banner, and then you're going to ask if I want to see your artwork, and I'm going to say no. And then you're going to offer me to join a Discord, and then I'm going to say no. And then what happens after that? You said anything about selling anything? See? There you go. You asked me to join. You asked me to join, like meet up with you on Discord. Not happening. It's just not happening, Captain. I'm over here. I'm exploring Volcano Manor. There's lava and shit on the floor. Just delete them. Word. It's fun to have someone to talk to, Evie. Send the power of the banhammer. You're speaking my language, Evie Sam. You know what's up. Ebby, welcome to the stream, by the way. Like, by the very first message they send. Yeah, I should have banned him when he was like, I really like your streaming vibes. I'm like, I literally just went live and I've never seen you before in my life. What do you mean you like my streaming vibes? But, I don't know, I'm something of a clown. So, I think it's kind of fun to engage with in a harmless capacity, like not clicking any links, not letting them get my Discord. Usually they're bots. They're honestly pretty impressive as bots go then, because they track like a scammer instead of like a bot. Like they track like a living scammer in my experience. Yep. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've seen my VODs or been keeping up with my streaming schedule lately, but my brother asked me to upload some long-form Elden Ring gameplay. So that's what I've been focused on for the last about a week. Using it as a... Oh shit. Dude, worst. You haven't streamed in 2 years? Ebby, why? I mean, I understand, like, I've gone years in between trying to do streams. It's especially hard when, like, I don't have a set streaming schedule. Oh. I'm surprised that you remember me from 2 years ago. Was I playing Elden Ring when I was streaming then, or was I streaming like Dragon Age? Also, I am totally upgrading my weapon before I fight Godskin Noble in here. I have nothing to prove. Still got to do Altus. Yeah, give me my mushroom. So this is Altus Plateau. I mean, you're probably not that far off. I know I hadn't streamed pretty much since Dragon Age Veilguard came out, and I really only streamed that out of spite because everyone was hating on it so much, even though it was, like, in my opinion, about as good as the average Assassin's Creed. How the fuck you got boys? Haha. Get numbers. Like, how are you doing? Like, I was gonna say, I was confused for a moment when you said that you hadn't caught a stream in 2 years. I was like, I feel like I've seen you go live in the last, like, week. Yeah, no, I never said it was good. I'm just saying it received a disproportionate amount of hate for how not okay it was. Because it was like Dragon Age has always been a super progressive, like, I guess you could say woke series, but the definition of that, the goalpost for that has moved so much over the years since the first game came out that by comparison, it's like a huge shift in direction from the first game. Like, and I have like, all right, word, take your time. I'm gonna talk Elden Ring lore while you're gone. This is Altus Plateau right outside Lanedell, the royal capital, which is like the home of the Erd Tree. We're almost to our destination. So we'll see what happens when we get there. I guess you could say we've almost beat the game, right? Melina was like, take us to the Erd Tree. And then we'll meet Marika and probably fight the final boss. And then complete our optional content afterwards. I'm just going to sit this side of Grace. Yeah. Yeah. Right now I'm just running around Altus and grabbing golden seeds, and then I'm going to go grab weapon upgrade materials. Yeah, shit. Alright, now it's this section, fuck. Ooh, word, what you drinking? Some of that good water shit? Some Coke Zero? Word. I really like the cherry Coke Zero. But I usually just buy, like, off-brand Coke. Because I'm cheap. I was thinking about saying something when you got back, and then I totally forgot it when I asked you about your drink. It's no Elden Ring, that's for fucking sure. I think it had, like, some good ideas. I think it did a really good job with their combat system, which didn't need an overhaul, but it's cool that it got an overhaul, but at the sacrifice of, like really good ambiance, really good... really good like lore network, I guess, but then like internally inconsistent, and then terrible, terrible writing. Which like I don't usually, I usually don't play games for their writing. Like I don't give a shit. I'm a cutscene skipper. Like that's kind of why I like Elden Ring and Dark Souls so much, is because you can engage with the lore as much as you want to, but there's like 4 cutscenes in the whole game, and none of them actually say or do anything. It's just like your character standing ominously while some shit happens in front of them. Um, but like the even the combat encounters in Dragon Age Veilguard were shit. Like there were so few unique enemies that it became super stale after a very short amount of time. And with some small exceptions, all of the classes felt samey, and all of the skill trees had infinite respecs, so it was kind of inconsequential how you leveled or built your character. It was like the commodification of an action RPG. I guess I just liked it because I found tech. Like, that wasn't any of the takes that I encountered. The takes that I encountered was that um, like the only takes that I really encountered were that bad game bad because woke. That was everything that I encountered. I was like, okay, well, here's some good things about it. Here's the tech. Here's like the 4 exciting fights. I did a bad ending playthrough, and I actually really liked the very end of the game when it ended. I don't know what that says about the experience of playing the game, that my favorite part was when it was done. Um, Wait, can I level up? Am I close to leveling up? Are these guys worth enough to level up with? $4.19? Yeah, I can work with that. Hey, buddy. But yeah, I think that would be the last time I streamed, was when I was playing that game. Yeah, and it's like, it was no. Oh shit! The vulgar militia guy. It was no surprise to me that the writing was going to be bad, because there was the whole like, they fired the whole writing staff before the game released, or before the game started development, or like in the middle of the game's development. I wonder if it was written partially with AI. That'd be funny. And like the yeah, like I remember I know Dragon Age 2 was divisive, but I remember playing the shit out of it and doing like so many different playthroughs so that way I could explore the different branches of character development that all the characters had. And thinking it was awesome. And like I didn't have that same feeling from Veilguard in the slightest. Liked the character creator though. Okay. And like of course Dragon Age Origins always did it best. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I was disappointed. Like I said, I was playing it out of spite. Because like I feel like they could have done a better job.
Who and what in heaven's name are you doing here?
You might remember this guy is the guy that we bought weapon arts from, saying that for the audience at home.
I hope you understand the weight of my words.
Well, as long as you understand what you're saying. But know that the path you walk is blasphemy and leads only to a miserable death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that. This blasphemous path leads only to a pitiful death. Before you consider
Alright, he's looping dialogue. Perfect. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Don't start with me, dogs. Yeah, we're gonna do this. How am I doing on Smithing Stone 5? I have 4. So I need 8 more. I know where to get some. I don't know where to get them all. Hey, Abby Sam, where can I get 8 Smithing Stone 5s without going to Altus Tunnel? First try, first try. Alrighty then. Back this way. Hopefully patches will be there. I know he texted me. Yasupe.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact.
You've been enjoying Night Rain?
Compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin, so be it. But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for the meek, nor the luxury of keeping clean hands.
Night Rain is like the opposite of Dragon Age Veilguard for me, where it's like I think it's a really good game. See, like Dragon Age Veilguard's so bad that it becomes like schlock and is enjoyable for me. Like I kind of look down on it, but I don't hate it. I don't. It doesn't make me angry. It doesn't make me upset. Night Rain, really good game. Makes me upset. I'm like so mad that they call it Elden Ring. They should have just made a game called like FromSoft Action RPG Catalog Fortnite, and like let that be it. Because like, what does it have to do with Elden Ring? You know, it should have been its own game, and it's, you don't get what I mean. I'm just yapping holy about how I'm less bothered by Dragon Age Veilguard than I am by Night Rain, because Night Rain doesn't make any sense to me. It has something to do with Elden Ring? I mean, like, yeah, I watched the cutscene at the beginning of the game, and, like, it feels like it's forcing itself to have something to do with Elden Ring, and I feel like it didn't need to.
You've completed your task. I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor.
Thank you so much for talking to me about this, by the way.
As promised.
I feel like most people would just tell me to shut up.
Never forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. I am pleased to have you on our side. Now you are a I am pleased.
Okay. There's patches.
So, you've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Banal. A recusant, just like you. Recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire? You've come to understand now, eh? To take
Sorry, I can't talk during dialogue.
his own. The recusant must hunt his own kind. To raise the flag of revolt against this sanctified pillaging, we recusants must become the most wretched of predators. All you can do is laugh.
Yeah, I bet it helps to laugh.
Well, until we meet again. You're still up.
Alright, so we want Stormblade, we want Impaling Thrust, we want Spin Slash, we want Warcry, we want Kick, we want Stamp Uppercut. It's part of Elden Ring. And I'll grab Parry for that.
Well, until we meet again.
Yeah, it's like such a good game, in fact. I think it's really interesting how they kind of took the, I guess you could say, like, roguelike elements of a battle royale and then mixed them with a roguelite game to make like an open world roguelike. That's really cool. And the bosses in it are really cool. I just don't like it. Like, no real reason other than just like it's not for me, you know? Like, some people don't like metal, and like Escape from Tarkov, interesting. I had a friend who really liked Escape from Tarkov. Oh yeah, patches. Wrong way. I just don't like boss fights. I was talking to my friend the other day, like, I will do anything to avoid a boss fight. Like, I've got so many. One second, there's a fucking beetle in my house. Alright, problem solved. I've got so many builds in this game, and so few of them have beat the game because that would require me to fight bosses that I don't have to fight. Um, and I don't like games where you can't make your guy, and I love creating characters. That was one of the main draws for me in Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. And so Night Rain lacks the PvP, it lacks the character creator, it's all about boss fights. So it's got like the three qualities that I'm not looking for in a game. You know? So it's a lot like people who don't like a certain genre of music. Like, I will swear up and down that Night Rain is a great game. I will never enjoy it. I've played it a little bit. I've got a couple hours in it.
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think
I don't like fighting bosses. My favorite bosses... One second, I have to wait for Patches to finish talking.
All good, though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together.
Okay. My favorite bosses in every From Software game are the ones that everyone hates. Like, my favorite bosses in Dark Souls 1 were the Moonlight Butterfly in Bed of Chaos. My favorite bosses in Dark Souls 2 are Covetous Demon and Skeleton Lords. My favorite bosses in Dark Souls 3 are Crystal Sage and Yorm the Giant. My favorite bosses in Bloodborne are Mikolash, Host of the Nightmare, and One Reborn. Like, I like when bosses throw you off. I don't like when bosses are hard. I don't like when bosses are easy. I like when bosses throw you off. And that's not a thing that really happens anymore. Elden Ring doesn't really have... There's Spirit Caller Snail, which... Because... Gimmick fights, yes. Not easy bosses. I don't like easy bosses. My favorite game is Devil May Cry, and that's all about hard combat and boss fights. And I like the boss fights in that game because it's an action game. But like in an RPG, I want gimmick fights. I want puzzles. You know? I wanna use my brain cranium to beat the boss. Covetous Demon just flops around. And he's got that gimmick where you can distract him with the pots in the ceiling by breaking them. Why you would take the time to do that in the middle of the fight? Like, yeah, exactly. You just hit him and win. So, like, why you would take the time to break down the pots to distract him in the fight is beyond me, but I still do it sometimes because I think it's fun. But I just really like the move where he, like, flops around. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he just fucking, like, he rolls on his side and just flops a bunch of times. That shit's hilarious.
Oh, and of course, we can do business if you like. Hatch's Emporium at the Volcano Manor. Especially for you. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor? I always hated the gibberish about lost grace and the laughable two fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention...
What does Tricephalus have?
Always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something.
What's the gimmick for Tricephalus?
Smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her. Cheers for that. Ah, hello. What impeccable timing. This is for you. You're new here at the manor, but if you complete the request, you
can improve your standing.
Because, like,
Relax.
if Tricephalus has, like, a gimmick,
Time's come
then I'll
to
go try
pass
that
the
gimmick.
torch.
Because I almost beat him
Go on.
when I ran
Break
into
a
him.
leg, then.
Like, I thought it was a good boss fight. I just didn't enjoy doing it.
Forgot something on your shopping list? No trouble to me. Cheers for that.
Alright, so we just got 2 new letters. I guess I need to take a break from talking about boss fights and catch up the narration for my video. We've been exploring around and talking to the people in Volcano Manor. We talked about it last time, are opposed to the Erd Tree. They think the Erd Tree is a hack, and they want to go their own way. And to that end, they have taken to murdering Tarnished, who are trying to ascend to the Elden Throne. And so they have, like, these hits placed. And so they sent me down to Limgrave to fight Istvan, Old Knight Istvan, where I got his scaled armor, which probably doesn't say anything about him. Istvan is one of the few wizened Tarnished who survived to this day. Yeah. Old guy. And now we have one for Riley, the Idol, and one for Tragoth that we got from Patches. And now I want to do the one for Patches. That's not a... I wouldn't say that's a gimmick as much as that's a quirk. Like, have holy and you win, or don't and you don't. And, like, you can win without the holy. But, like, the kind of gimmicks I'm looking for is, like, something that you have to figure out. Like, Yorm is given to you. Like, you just find the sword, equip it, and then use it. But Crystal Sage, when he teleports and clones himself, you have to pay attention to the color of the spells that are being cast at you, because only one of them has the color of magic that matches his color of magic, and that's how you figure out which one you need to be fighting. That's good to know, because I play Revenant, or Recluse. I play Recluse. I play the Witch. I play the Sorceress. Yeah. Yeah, but is it like I like Mikolash's gimmick. Mikolash is my favorite, like, of all time. Mikolash and Beta Chaos. Like, you have to literally find him. And on top of finding him, you need to chase him to corner him. And then after you figure out how to corner him, he fakes his death and you need to find him again. Like, I liked that. I liked that a lot. And then Bed of Chaos, you need to figure out where those little targets are. Which, like, I guess I was kind of poisoned on Bed of Chaos because I didn't play Dark Souls 1 blind. So I don't know what it would have been like for me on a blind playthrough. Maybe it would have been a lot more frustrating than fun. Yeah, it's a really cool mechanic. I was calling it a quirk to the boss fight. And like that's like I said, Night Rain, really good game, and so it's no surprise to me that they have cool mechanics like that. Um, and like I'll probably play Night Rain in the future just because all my friends play it. The fights are cinema. Yeah, I remember Tricephalus was like really scenic and cool. It was epic in a way. Yeah, yeah. Hey, to lose us. Bye bye now. I wish I had a healing spell, but I also don't want to grab healing spells because they're banned. Ebby, like, by our powers combined, we could be the ultimate gamer. I hate boss fights. You love boss fights. We could make something happen here. 2 players, 1 controller. What you doing? Where it at? This could be us, but you tripping. Ah, you can't kill me in a way that matters. So what's your favorite boss fight in all the games? Ooh. Ooh. Uh, let's say your favorite boss fight in Dark Souls 1, your favorite boss fight in Dark Souls 3, your favorite boss fight in Bloodborne and Elden Ring, not Night Rain, and then your favorite boss of all time in any game ever. It could be God of War, it could be Metal Gear. Oh yeah, Psycho Mantis, dude, Psycho Mantis. Okay. Big burrito. ONS. Oh yeah, 2 variations of the second phase. Forgot about that. That's really awesome. Oh shit. I'm in the middle of a boss fight. Hey, don't click that link. I'm sure I don't need to tell you to do. Banned. Magna War Makar, I wasn't even looking. Cheater. Mine's Magma Worm Makar. That's not fucking true. Like many of the big boss fights. When you say big boss fights, do you mean like a large boss, or do you mean like the important boss fights? Might just go spend this money on spells, and then see if I have enough left over for a level. Like the demigods. Yeah. I would say my favorite boss in this game is probably Melania. Not a big fan of DLC Radon. Not a big fan of... I like Gaius a lot. Gaius, Melania.
Do you need anything?
I kind of like Fire Giant. I do not like Godskin Duo. I do not like Malekith. Shit, all these spells suck. Sure. Yeah, but like, I have a thing that I'm going for here. Like, yeah, they're all good. They're all great spells. They're the Night Rain of spells. Like, they're good. I don't want them. I don't like them. They hurt my feelings. No, I don't like fireball spells. Like, I'd rather use Frenzied Burst if I need a ranged option. Dude, they need to buff Black Flame Blade. But I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be buffing any weapons. Have you ever done PvP in this game, Ebby? Ouch. Epic. What level do you play at? $66, $71, $67, $200, and $301. Okay, so open bracket, mid-level. Where's my freaking souls? Why are they back here? Why are they back here? What the fuck are they doing all the way over here? And why are you still on your ballista? So this build's going to be level 125. Because I prefer arena to invasions. I used to prefer invasions a lot, actually. It's surprising to me that I've taken to arena instead. But I just really like arena now. And there's a Discord that I joined that's a competitive league with like rankings and tournaments that I'm trying to get into. Like I'm part of the Discord, but like I'm trying to like ingrain myself into the community there, where all the fun goes to die. Yeah, they really distill the. Hey, listen. All right, they can take the fun out of their game. They're not taking the fun out of my game. You know? Like, I may be playing at meta level, but I ain't playing a meta build, and I ain't playing a meta strategy. I'm going for funny backstabs. I'm going for crazy combos. I ain't doing your fucking I won't be competitively viable here in Elden Ring. I mean, at the end of the day, this is something that I learned from fighting those people. Unless they have leaderboard stuff where that doesn't matter. I mean, they have a ban list. Like, Quickstep's banned, Light Roll's banned, which, whatever. I think Light Roll should be allowed, but I'm not a baby, you know? There's a little bit of babyism. Understandable bans, yeah. Storm Stomp is banned, which I'm kind of okay with that. Bloodhound Step is banned, good. A couple spells are banned. Like they take it very seriously. Certain setups are banned. Backhand blades, banned. Blind spot, banned. Like, great. Excellent. When I fight with them, I know I don't have to put up with that kind of bullshit. Yeah. Like... I want to give the old college try to the fire pellet up here. No. Yeah, like, the fights always take forever, and it's just like two guys standing 40 feet from each other, whiffing in the air, trying to bait the other one into blundering a mistake that they're not gonna make. Oh damn, his head was still spitting hot fire. I didn't want your crozier. I wanted your pants. Uh-oh. No, but one thing that I learned from fighting one of the guys there, I don't know if he's in the Discord, but I know he's in the arena. His name's Swoosh X3. And he fights me with short sword. Because he knows he can. Right? And that's like super off meta. One of the worst weapons you could pick to fight in this game. Short sword. You know? And like, he plays super passive and he's annoying as hell to fight. But he's beating me with short sword. And so my thing is like, Lord, I see what you've done for others and I want that for me. Where's this fucking... There it is. Thank you. So like they all have... Here, I'll show you one of my meta builds real quick. So you can understand kind of what I'm going for. What's the best katana in the game? No, he was doing a little bit of combos, a little bit of roll catches, but for the most part, I'd say it was like 50-50. It's 50-50 that. But this is the stat spread on my meta build right now. 40 dexterity, 35 intelligence, not enough in either stat to do good damage. But optimized for Starline Sword. Starline Sword is, like, I have a Zweihander that I meet the requirements for that does less damage than my Starline Sword. Because it's optimized for Starline Sword. And Starline Sword is a noob stomper for sure. It's really fun. I don't know if you've played with it, but it's got that fucking anime-ass weapon art. It's short. It doesn't deal great damage even when it's optimized for it. Like, it's about on par with a Moonveil. Yeah, like, literally, all these poise demons that I'm fighting against have a huge advantage on me, and I have to pick my time to attack very carefully. But, like, now that I'm here, I might as well do a fight. I'm probably going to lose, because I'm deeply unserious about this game. Yeah, and, like, my main meta character is literally a clown. Her face is clown paint. Her name's Crazy Catherine. She's a strength build. And she's got, like, more meta setups than this character. But she's not wearing crazy heavy armor. Tryhard Destroyer. A little bit of latency. Come here. Look at this dude. That's banned. Oh! Damn it. I almost got that backstep, though. Do you get bothered by losing? I got bothered when I didn't land that backstab. That's how I feel about bosses. Oh yeah. Invasions are comedy. I kind of miss them, but at the same time, like, they only ever brought me stress. I never found myself having fun except for when I was winning, you know? Like, I didn't appreciate the finer details, and I feel like I can appreciate the finer details of a duel a lot more. Also, I usually set my network matchmaking to off, like my cross-region matchmaking. I feel like that has done wonders for my gameplay experience. I am $2,003 short. Okay. Time to go to Altus Tunnel. Gamba. I worry that I would have a gambling problem if I got into gambling. Because, like, I already like making bets. I do this thing with myself where, like, whenever something's about to happen, I try to guess the outcome, and I call that making a bet with myself. And, like, no, I hate losing. I hate losing my gambles. That's why I'm bothered by not getting that backstab, because it was a gamble to take the backstab. And, like, I almost got it. I almost got it. It would have been so funny if I beat that guy. Because, like, he's try-hard destroyer, and he can't even beat a try-easy. You know? After I do this dungeon, I need to take my union-allocated cigarette break. Also, my stream's going to be about 2 hours in total. We're about halfway through that. I'm probably going to immediately start streaming again after that 2-hour time frame is up. But like I said, I'm using the VODs to upload the content to YouTube so my brother can watch. Enjoy your game. Maybe we will run into each other in the future when I finally cave and play some Night Rain. Arteria Leaf. Later, Abby. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate you. Oh, it's duo crystallians. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, I'll swap. Just cuz. Alright, how are we doing on Smithing Stone 5? We now have 9. We need 3 more. Where can I get 3 Smithing Stone 5 right now? Just to say, who knows? Not I. Certainly not I. Probably Seal Tunnel. When I get back, we'll do the sealed tunnel, but until then, enjoy the ambiance of a cave.
You might. Hey, are you here as a customer? Nothing that suits your taste, then.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms then. Back already, no matter. took you for no matter. Lay out your arm.
family. Together we will devour the very gods.
I believe I was muted that whole time. Alright, we got one more shot at this and I gotta call for an episode. I'm okay with how that went. I'm not okay with how that went. Okay. Gotta call for the episode. Sorry if my mic was muted for a majority of that. I didn't realize. But yeah, we'll pick back up and slay Rykard. We're just gonna do it. We're not gonna go and prepare any. Well, I might go grab the Axe Talisman, but we are going to kill Rykard next stream, next episode. The real question is, who are we going to do our final duel with? We did Kima. I don't know if we've done Sarah, so we're going to try Sarah. I think we did do Sarah last time. Yeah, because we did like 3. Okay. Backhand Blades, Blood Flame Blade, Raimundo. I just tried to heal. GG, Raimundo. You made me want to not play this game. Honestly, you weren't the worst you could have been. You could have been a lot more spammy with those backhand blades. But that high latency net makes it really hard to play. That's why I like playing with cross-region matchmaking off. But you get less activity, and in the league, I'm going to be expected to play cross-region, so it's just part of the game that I need to learn to adjust. Yeah. Y'all have a good day. Be safe.